Okay, good afternoon and good morning. Because of the jet lag, everyone. Um, I'm excited to share my insights from our study on the surge of mobile technology in language education. My name is Liu Chuyao. I am a PhD student from UCSI University, and together with my supervisor, Jaria, she's from University of Malaya, we will be discussing our research on mobile-assisted language learning strategies used among Chinese undergraduates for learning spoken English. And here's the outline of our presentation today. And firstly, I will introduce you the background of our study. In today's world, being good at English is really important, especially for work and school. It's not just about talking to people from different countries, but also about opening up chances to work and study abroad. That's why schools everywhere, especially in China, are putting a lot of emphasis on teaching and learning English. Now, and with everyone using mobile phones and tablets, how we learn has changed a lot. Mobile assisted language learning, or MAL, takes advantage of this by giving students a more flexible and easier way to learn English. So our research seeks to answer what more strategies used among Chinese undergraduates to learn spoken English. We will explore when and where and what apps are most popular and how language learning strategies impact their spoken English learning. In our journey through the literature, we explore how MAL has evolved as an extension of computer-assisted language learning and the mobile learning technologies. The research shows that MAL is super flexible and puts students at the center. It goes beyond just learning in the classroom and lets students learn anytime and anywhere. And many other scholars have given classifications and taxonomies to different mobile apps, as well as some key theories on language learning strategies. Despite the advancement, there remain gaps in understanding how mobile resources are used and are located in learning spoken English among Chinese language learners. So that's why we should conduct this study. About the theoretical framework, our theoretical framework draws from three significant models in language learning technology. And the first one is Kukuska's MAL framework. The framework is useful in identifying the context in which learners utilize mobile devices for language learning. It helps us understand not just when and where, but also what specific learning activities are engaged through mobile technology. Next, we consider Oxford's language learning strategies, which are divided into direct and indirect strategies. These strategies provide a comprehensive overview of the methods employed by learners within a MAL context. And lastly, we incorporate Roselle Aguilar's taxonomy of apps for language learning, which categorizes the diverse application used by learners in their MAL activities. This taxonomy aids in systematically identifying which apps are most beneficial for oral English enhancement. Together, this framework form a robust foundation for our study. Then we will dive into the methodology of our study. For our study, we looked at 50 college students from a private university in China, and we used a method called snowball sampling, where we asked those students to recommend others who knew about MAL. This helped us expand our research to include more people through their connections. Data were collected via an online questionnaire distributed through 问卷星. It is a famous online question platform in China. And the questionnaire covers various aspects from MAL usage, from app preferences to specific language learning strategies. For data analysis, we employed Sparse for statistical analysis and Excel for data visualization. About the results of our study, we seek to answer several questions. The first one is, when do learners use more? Our data shows that most learners use language apps mainly during their free time and in the evenings. This suggests that they like to fit language learning into their personal downtime and taking advantage of the flexible that mobile apps provide. About the second question, where do learners use more? Most learners like to use mobile apps for learning at school or at dormitory. They also use them in places like libraries or study rooms in schools. This tells us the learners really value having a supportive and comfy places to study. This is a question and results of for investigating what kind of mobile apps they are using. As we can see from the table, speaking, vocabulary, and listening are the most popular, followed by dictionary and translation apps. This may indicate that students' favorite apps are target specific language skills, particularly vocabulary and speaking. From this question, we also find that what is interesting is that students aren't sticking to only one app. Many of them are trying out different ones to see what helps them learn best. This shows they're being smart about picking the right tools for different parts of their learning. The table shows us the results of what language learning strategies students are choosing. From the table, we can see that CS and SS. CS means cognitive strategies, and while SS means social strategies, are most chosen by students. For CS, students use cognitive strategies to practice pronunciation and listening or watching videos and movies and to learn English. And social strategies are used by students to connect with others. From this, we can say that students maybe like to learn in active and interactive ways, using apps that help them use the language in real life situations and let them know together with others. Let's jump into the conclusion part. There are three key findings we have about the usage patterns, preferred tools, and strategy employed. We have mentioned this before. So these implications are very useful and crucial for three parties. The first one is the educators. When it comes to more, educators need to start incorporating different more strategies into their teaching method. This could mean using apps for dubbing practice or interactive exercises. The key is to tailor these approaches to fit the habits and schedules of each student. And for developers, they are the ones who create the tools that make more possible. So it's important for them to design apps that can adapt to different learning styles and needs. And finally, we cannot forget about policymakers. They have a big role in making sure that Mo can thrive. For policymakers, they need to support the infrastructure and make everyone have access to mobile devices and mobile resources. Looking to the future, there are a lot of potential for further research in more. And one avenue is further investigate how more apps match up with different language learning strategies. And maybe experimental studies are crucial to assess the long-term impact on linguistic proficiency. Some new technologies like AI and AR can also bring us opportunities to open our eyes and touch more information to enhance students' oral English learning. And these are the key literature of our study. And thank you for your attention. Thank you very much.